my friends. I am Brian, and you are Chords and Notes Nation. Thank you so much for joining me once again, wherever you are, whenever you are. Today we have a live performance by the band Live. This song is off of their Throwing Copper album. This is called White Discussion. Throwing Copper, I want to say was. Let me see here. I want to say it was 95. 94. So I was close. I was close. Yeah. And we'll listen to it. Then what I will do is I will talk about, I think I want to talk about the lyrics. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Anyways, let's get rolling. When was this performance? This was well, I don't know when the performance was, but this video was uploaded December 13th of 2014. This is not, I don't even think that they were together in their original form, the original group back then. But anyways, here we go. This is back from when they first.
I talk of freedom, you talk of flag. I talk of revolution, you'd much rather brag. And if the decibels of this disenchanting discourse continue to dampen the day, the conflicts again and again and again and again as our sanity walks away.
God, Ed just has a great voice.
All this discussion, the politically correct, destruction, though it leaves me quite erect. And if the final sunset rolls behind the earth and the clock is finally dead, I'll look at you, you look at me, and we'll cry a lot, but this'll be what we said. This'll be what we said.
himself knows purpose. That's a day so coming.
Yeah, Live is one of those bands that's always had something to say philosophically, politically, or otherwise. What a performance. Just so much angst at the end. Just so much frustration. And here's why. I talk of freedom. You talk of the flag. I talk of revolution. You'd much rather brag. And the decibels. So, how loud of this disenchanting discourse continue to dampen the day. Yeah, so one is talking about one thing and the other's talking about the other, something else. And you can't have good communication that way. You know, I mean, he's probably talking about, you talk about freedom. So the people being free, what is it to be free? You talk of the flag, somebody who's nationalistic and political and, like a politician. How about that? Okay. So one is coming from the point of the people, the other one is coming from the point of the appointed rulers, however they are appointed, and you're trying to get this discourse, but it's a disenchanting discourse, and it's dampening the day. The coin flips again and again and again and again as our sanity walks away. All this discussion, though it's politically correct, is dead beyond destruction, though it leaves me quite erect. And as the final sunset rolls behind the earth, and the clock is finally dead, so the end of time, or the end of days, I'll look at you, you'll look at me, we'll cry a lot, but this will be what we said. Look at where all this talking got us, baby. Times are different. There's action that's taking place. You can take whatever opinion you want on what's going on, but most definitely things are different now than they were back then when this was written. Back then, you had leaders who were just, part of the swamp, doing the same thing over and over and over again to line their own pockets. And now you have someone who came along who's disrupting that and changing things. And it's not just one person, there's other leaders in this world that are helping to move things along in a different direction. Now, whether you think it's good or whether you think it's bad is completely up to you to decide. But if you understand the end time prophecy, no matter what it is, it's moving in that direction for that final sunset, for when the clock that we measure things by is going to end. And part of this, what they're saying here, is look at where all of this has gotten us. Look at where this for all these, however long it's been, that we've been trying to have this discourse that's we want change. It's not happening. It's falling on deaf ears, and sooner or later we're going to reach this point where everything wraps up, and we're going to look back and say, well, what did we do? Well, we didn't do anything. And so right at the end, when he was just he was screaming and crying out, it was just all of this angst about all of this tension. Like, why can't we just get something done in a positive way? Now, that's my interpretation. We have a summary here from Songtell that says the song White Discussion by Live explores themes of political discourse and societal division. The lyrics contrast the narrator's desire for freedom and revolution with another person's focus on nationalistic symbols, illustrating how superficial topics often overshadow pressing issues. Absolutely. The song also critiques the futility of political correctness, suggesting that discussions can be empty and lack substantive action. Overall, it portrays a cynical view of societal conversations, emphasizing the disconnect between rhetoric and meaningful change. Perfect. Absolutely. Yep, that was summarized 100% great. And that's exactly what it was. And just the musical expression of that's what got me was the angst. It was set up with that nice, really cool rolling bass line, and it was just sort of nice and mellow and kind of talking, and then it just builds up in tension and just explodes because that really is, there's this emotional angst is the right word, that we're not getting shit done here, and this is really pissing me off. That's that's what that is. So very cool. Live always has something to say. I'm telling you, they do. And that's what I have to say. God bless you guys. Jesus loves you. Thank you so much for being here. I will talk to you in the next video.